Thank you for watching the 5-minute video series, Data Management in a Nutshell. Today we continue with track 1, Governance Frameworks for Data and AI Management. This track will cover multiple topics, such as the definition of data and AI concepts, data and AI regulations, frameworks, and associated risks. The key goal is to demonstrate a high-level approach to designing an integrated governance framework for data, metadata, and AI. Episode 2 will discuss the challenges associated with metadata and its management. I've already discussed the relationship between data and metadata in the previous episode. Data is the physical or electronic representation of signals or facts. Data represents raw values, for example 50. Metadata provides the context. In our case, it's kilometer an hour. Together, data and metadata create information. Let's discuss key challenges associated with metadata. The first challenge is that metadata can be data in some context. Let's take as an example several data values from a table. You can see them on the slide. You don't know the meaning of these values. If we add the technical column names, data engineers can understand the meaning of the data. To make this information meaningful for business people, we will translate the technical names into business ones. A business definition of each business term is also metadata. So these different layers demonstrate the changing role of metadata in different contexts. The second challenge is that metadata can be of different types, and we don't have an aligned approach in the data management community to classifying metadata. Let's take DemoDembug as an example. In the first edition, this guideline recognized 8 types. The second one minimized the classification to 3 categories. Who knows which opinion the upcoming third edition will have? The current version of DemoDembug recognizes 3 types: business, technical, and operational. To some extent, the classification reflects the concerns of different stakeholders group. The challenge is that this classification is not always consistent. For example, data lineage is considered simultaneously as business and technical metadata depending on its documentation level. If you carefully read the examples of metadata on this slide, you will realize the third challenge. The third challenge is that metadata can be of different levels of complexity. This slide demonstrates what I mean by that. Metadata can be a single data element as data owner or user role. It can represent the complex structures like data models. Data lineage is one of the examples of the most complex structures that include multiple substructures like data models and transformation rules. The fourth challenge for metadata management is that metadata has multiple sources. If we accept the definition of metadata as described in this video, we will realize that metadata can be produced and consumed by multiple applications that manage data. These challenges have some serious consequences for organizations. First, we need to define the role of data management clearly. Metadata management enables a data lifecycle and establishes a metadata lifecycle. Metadata management is a separate data management capability that requires attention and significant resources. An organization must identify metadata requirements at an early stage in any data management initiative. It's needed to define the feasible scope of the initiative. And an organization must realize that metadata architecture and management can be much more complex and resource-consuming than anticipated. If you're interested in this topic, I invite you to join a free masterclass. Adopting Data Governance for Modern Data Architecture, held online on the 20th of February. Use this QR code to register. If you watch this video after this date, follow the events on the Data Crossroads site and connect with me on LinkedIn.